Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. We are on the Rich Explorer pathline, and what you might notice is I've added a few mods, and it's not going to change gameplay at all. But I figured what we're going to do this episode is something a little bit different. we're going to we're going to do some actual base planning, and so the mods that I've installed just allow it's the more planning mod. There will be a link in the description if you're interested in it. But essentially, it just gives me all of these different planning tools, and I can kind of sort by color and decide where I want to put everything. And I figured it might be good to get this out of the way now, just so we have a better idea going forward of what we want the base to actually look like, instead of just scrambling it together like this. I didn't really like how this base was laid out, and so I'm gonna fast forward through this, but I will show you guys my process. Um, First off, we're going to plan for some walls, and so you'll see me do those, and then I'll lay out bedrooms, dining room, hospital, and get a proper prison, as well as a tool room. The room that we have here is actually going to be our storage room, and so that's kind of where we're starting off with. And for now, this will be our prison. But yeah, we will load through. We'll go through this planning really quick together, and you guys will see kind of what my idea is for the base. So enjoy this quick little montage. Okay, and we are back. And so if you didn't catch that, I'll give you a brief overview of what we're doing. But for now, we are going to set up. I figure that this will be the best way to try and get any raids to attack through this way, and we'll set this up as a kill box. And so we'll have some turrets in here, as well as a few what are they called, sandbags for the colonists to hide under. But but that will be the only entrance into this camp. We are going to wall off the entire perimeter. Each of these purple boxes will be a room for each colonist. We will set them to prisoner for now, and they will act as our prison cells. And once those fill up, we will start building some small ones right here. But for now, we will build these out, and they will act as prison cells as well as bedrooms. We will have a dining room here, our recreation room here, and all of our crafting in here, and research will go down here beside the storage. I think this is a pretty good layout, so we will start kind of prioritizing here what we want done first. So obviously a freezer is a very high priority, so we will get the freezer mined out. This will be a butcher room, and then we're going to try and keep people from going through the kitchen as much as possible, which is why this is all walled off like that. I'm hoping that they won't just bring everything in through here from the field, but it might end up being like that, in which case it'll just be a dirty kitchen all the time and give us a high risk of food poisoning, which wouldn't be ideal. Past that, I guess we will start. We'll start building with this bedroom here. It is the closest to where they are right now, so we'll start with these two, and we'll just get some wooden walls set up. I guess it'll be just a little bit bigger on the bedroom, just to save on some material for now, as well as these two bedrooms. Those will be our priorities for now. We will mine out. That way, if we do have another prisoner come along, we will be able to take them and put them in here for now. Back to doors, we will do a door. I left a gap for each door just so I can remember. And then vents will be the other issue. I do want to try and get ahead on the temperature situation. If you followed the last series, we did really poorly. We hit a heat wave and it basically wiped out our colony, and so we are just trying to plan for that, just to keep on top of it. I guess I can't do that until it's mined out, but there is going to be a lot of mining for the next few episodes, so I might leave it on fast forward here for you guys while I just make sure that everything stays under control. But yeah, I'm really enjoying doing Rimworld. I think I'm going to focus in a lot more on this game. Maybe do some look at some new mods as they come out and investigate those. I really am liking this planning mod. I mean, my colonies usually always look like a big steaming pile of garbage by the time I've got everything I need. So it's really nice to have these all built in here. With the planning as well, you can kind of turn the opacity down, so it's barely visible, and then you just know what your colony is going to look like long term. The other issue that we're going to run into is we don't have a geyser nearby. So come down the line, we may want to look at taking this one, kind of building our wall right around it. It'd be kind of a pain to have that, but it seems like it's the only one nearby. Otherwise, we will have to build some, and we're going to do this anyways, but just some wind turbines. We're going to put them in our field. I built them specifically so it would be big enough to hold all and make sure that nothing is getting in the way. Hold on, we're going to make this one. But yeah, we're going to make this so it tucks right into the dining room and right beside the other one. And then we're going to expand the fields just based on this. We will make them tight now that we have a good idea of how we want the base to look like. So we'll expand that to there. Here we have our potato plants, so we will expand this zone as well. And that's not plantable, so we'll just have to leave that as is. The smoke leaf zone, we will expand right to there. And the heel root, which may end up being changed later down the line, we will see. And it does leave us with room for one more, and I'm thinking we might want to grow some cotton in there. So we're going to go into our orders zone, growing zone, and plant a new one right here. Let it's there, we can expand it. And in there, I think, yeah, we will grow some cotton. We might want to look at doing hops later down the line, but for now, we'll just make sure we have cotton growing. I tried to leave a 3-space walkway in between everything, just so it's a little bit cleaner. And so that will be the plan for now. I guess so they only have the 2 beds. It's been about a week since I recorded the last episode, so I'm a little bit behind on it's a little foggy, but I do remember that we got our second colonist, which is actually really good. We weren't really expecting to have him until we're way more established, so this will definitely give us a leg up when it comes to our progress. I think, yeah, we haven't prioritized him yet, so we will make him the primary doctor. The rest will be high. All the base will be good. He needs to be cooking, which we do not have a kitchen set up yet. So that'll be his #1 priority, followed by growing, I suppose. He's only a 3, whereas he's a 10. What were Slick's? What's going on here? Oh, his cooking is a 10, right? Okay. Past that, maybe he can get crafting. He won't do research. I guess he will no longer be a hauler, and he can not have to worry about cooking. We're just going to try and take a load off of Bauer's plate, just depending on what it is Slick is good at, and so we'll take all of that off of him, make all of those his priority, and then he can focus on growing and mining which I really wanted to focus it on the mining aspect, just to get everything built up here as we need. He is working on that. I don't know how much wood we have. We don't have very much wood, so we won't be able to build much more of these until we chop down some trees. Maybe we'll assign that right now. Just get as many trees chopped as we can. Oh, I really didn't want them. Let's just disallow that for now. I guess we'll have one one working wind turbine for now. I do want to move to solar power eventually. There are some open spots on the map where we'll be able to implement that. But for now, I just want to make sure that we can get a cooler up and running. Yeah, we want to have a good defense, and so we will make all of our external walls a minimum of 2, but ideally 3 thickness. Right now we just have these ones as wood, but we will have to switch them over to something a little bit more durable. But for now, it'll have to do with what we have. Just make sure we can get some power up and running as soon as possible here. Get that kitchen mined out and our power running to our bedrooms. Let's assign them to chop trees. We're trying to speed through a big part of this process just so that we don't end up facing the same troubles that we had last time, where we end up just missing a few details that end up all steam piling into one big disaster. Dr. Richards is down. What's the reason for this? Oh, he has extreme heat stroke. Oh no, they're all suffering from heat stroke. Oh no, we lost Dr. Richards. I think this may be the end of our colony. Once he gets himself tended to, we need to save NG. We will be a little bit low on our construction now. Unfortunately, Slick is not that useful right now. So we're going to have to find something for him to do. We do want to get now that we have a better idea of where we're going to be placing everything, we're going to move our dumping stockpile zone. I'm thinking just over here. Seems like a pretty garbage area, and so we will get Slick working on moving all of that. It is just in the way and kind of ugly right now. And when we're ready to start working on stone, we will just throw our stone cutting table in with our research bench for the time being, just so we can get ahead on making some stone and then building these walls out as soon as possible. Oh yes, I forgot we had a fire come through in the last episode, which is why there's not a whole lot of trees up here. He's worked on all of those, and there's still not enough wood, so we will just have to chop all of that, and then hopefully we can get the ball rolling here. Once one of these bedrooms is built, we will move it over. I believe, well, this is actually a pretty decently sized room. Let's just take a look at its stats. So it's an awful bedroom. Very spacious, but other than that, it's ugly and dirty. So we will move that bed over as soon as we can get these kind of livable. And wondering why this isn't connected. Oh, we're missing one. We need one steel. We have one steel, but for some reason it just isn't over there yet. Maybe they'll be working on it today. Bowers, man, you really need to get up. It's time to work. And I'm just looking at it. It looks like we do not have any more food that is cooked. I just saw Bowers eating raw rice, which is really not good. So we will... First we need to expand our storage, which is going to be an issue already. And you can stop. We have more than enough right now, so you can start moving over to construction and then mining. almost built. Now that I'm looking at it, I think we may build out a few more. Mainly, I'm worried about this back wall. It'd be nice to get this sealed off right away, just so that we can force and create kind of a pinhole with the invaders. So I'll just lay this all out and we'll see how far he gets. Actually, I will stop there. Let's just make sure he can get the back wall built first. Bowers is hard at work. Finally getting this place a little bit clean, nice and tidy, organized, and yeah, pretty happy with how this colony is going. Rather than the last one, we will put some wood floors in here, and seeing as we have a designated hauler, I don't really see the downside of using torches. We just cut a lot of trees down. We do have quite a bit of wood, almost 800, and so we'll get this wall built in no time. I think maybe make these floors out of stone or out of wood, and make it a little bit more homier in there. We'll put in our furniture. For now, we'll just give them all base beds. Maybe consider upgrading these beds a little later, or once they find a partner. But for now, they can each get a bed and an end table. As well as we will add a plant pot in each room. Construction's going to go really quickly on all of these, which is really nice. Also looking at what we may need. We're not going to need a heater, I don't think. The heater will, since it's permanent summer, I don't imagine it's going to be getting very hot in here. But we should start maybe researching some batteries and getting some lamps built. That'll come a bit later. But for now, we just need to make sure that this back wall gets built, and then we'll probably end the episode there. We are a lot farther than I thought we would be after one more episode. Really am happy with this more planning mod. It's really saving the day here. And I'm just looking at it. We may build this out as well, just so that we can get defense on all sides, and then we will call the episode there. If you're interested in more Rimworld content, like I said, I'm going to be looking at some mods, I'm going to see if I can look at base maps and see if we can review those, but that might be a little bit farther down the line. But yeah, we're going to be exploring different mods, running a playthrough on different versions of the game, as well as I want to get into doing some royalty content as soon as possible. And so if you're interested in any of that, hit the subscribe button. If you liked this content, leave a like and let me know. I say this in almost every episode, but really want to just build a strong community where people can actually help each other out and rely on each other. And so let me know in the comments, how was your week? Was there a high, was there a low? If you're having a really crappy week, let me know, and I'll be sure to drop you back a message in the chat. You have a mad hair. What is that? Okay, so... Slick doesn't actually have a weapon right now, I'm realizing. So Bowers really needs to get out here, and Slick really needs to start running away. This is a little bit of a unexpected ending to the episode. I'm hoping that he should be fine. We may have to worry about an infection later on down the line, but also, we need to make sure this guy is going to self-heal. He needs to take care of himself. And then Bowers almost killed our new colonist, which is just awesome. We are out of wood as well, so things almost took a real downhill really quickly there. I think just need to take it a little bit slower, make sure we're actually going to get all of this done. we will put plant cutting at his #1 priority again, and you really need to tend to Slick. It's going to set us back a little bit, but with the Glitter World medicine, he'll be back to normal pretty quickly here, I think. Tending is it should all be pretty good quality just based on the medicine itself, and so not too worried about just those few rabbit bites in one gunshot. He shouldn't have any issues. And yeah, as soon as this wall gets finished, we will call the episode. Again, guys, just a reminder, hit that like button, drop a comment. Super encouraging to hear from you guys and just receive any type of feedback at all. Really appreciate the welcome back that I've had to doing commentary, and so really looking forward to see what happens with this series as well as this channel going forward. And I really hope that you share the same interest and want to hop into it with me. Follow along. And yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. But Slick is still recovering. He's almost back to normal now. Efficiency is at 72%, so he'll be okay pretty quickly here. We will get him back on construction first. Bowers, what are you doing, man? Eat some raw rice and get back to building. Yeah, so there we go. We are all set up now with defenses. The only access point is friendlies can come through this door down here, and I believe that everyone else will come through this way. So we've got some pretty good defense going up now, and Slick is almost recovered as well. So we can kind of reset these priorities. We will get plant cutting a little higher than mining. There, I think that should be the general order of things. Maybe make construction 3 as well. Just make sure we have that supply of food. It's going to be constant, so from this point going forward, once we get a cook, and we have our first heat wave, and so we are going to set these beds for, we will set the owners, and then hopefully these rooms can stay a little bit cooler once the wind does pick up. We'll get these guys in there. We do have a cooler in there, so at least we won't have to worry about them suffering from heat stroke. We just need to get this a little bit more consistently powering the room, but yeah, it is running at a comfortable like 20 degrees in there. So this is where we will call the episode. If you followed along this far into the video, make sure to let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ed Switz, and we will catch you next time.